Hello everybody, this is Shahaf and I'm here with the first update for 2023. As you can see, we have a brilliant new setup which will continue with some trial and errors about graphics and everything, but we have a proper setup now. So expect the videos to be much better and sexier now. Now, let's get real and let's get into the work. I'd like to update you today a bit about 2022, the latest things that we've done. Talk about MultiDAG, talk about Djed, talk about the Treasury, and look a bit to the future. So look, 2022 wasn't easy for anybody in crypto, right? But here in COTI, we've stayed focused on developing and building our suite of products to attain high quality standards. And to meet all the challenges of the future and to continue build through this storm. And I think we've done a pretty good job in that. We've shared 2022 year in review, an article and a video with our biggest milestones, such as the launch of the Treasury back in February. It seems like forever ago because the Treasury is so fundamental to everything in COTI right now. MultiDAG 2.0 mainnet hard fork, along with the Explorer 2.0, Bridge 2.0, and Djed testnet deployment. Obviously, that meant that we've been developing with IOG, lots of it, all the way leading to the testnet release and the upcoming mainnet release, of course. In case you've missed the video or haven't seen it yet, please stop and watch it now. I think it's pretty good. It's on our YouTube channel, and we'll probably be sharing some links with this video as well. Okay, so 2022 is now in the past. We hope that 2023 will be much better. But in any case, we'll be here, working on the fundamentals, making sure that we build great things for the future. Let's briefly update on our progress on many fronts. Let's begin with MultiDAG 2.0. Obviously, this has been like the last thing we've done in 2022. December 29th, we've released MultiDAG 2.0. The hard fork event was successfully completed this last Thursday, and the mainnet is now live. And I don't take it for granted, and neither should you. The fact that we launch MultiDAG 2.0, it's a hard fork, and everything just worked brilliantly with all the nodes, with exchanges, with everything. So I'm very happy about that. And MultiDAG 2.0 marks a new era for COTI, nothing less, because as I've said many times before, we are moving from being a network with a native coin to a network with multiple assets built on top of this, and this is what we're focusing on right now. And obviously GCOTI will be first, but more are coming. And the ability to mint DAG-based CMD tokens is a significant technological achievement, and that will lead to tremendous business achievements as well. So technology first, and now business and adoption, and that's coming. And the fact that we have MultiDAG 2.0 means that we can launch private payment networks, right? This is something that we've developed with CMD branded payment tokens, CMD branded loyalty tokens, and more. And this enables enterprises all the trust chain capabilities, no compromises there. They can achieve high scalability, security, high throughput. They can tackle all the critical requirements for enterprises today. Now, alongside MultiDAG 2.0, we've released Explorer 2.0 and Bridge 2.0. The wallet app and everything is now deployed on mainnet. The big things at the Explorer level are the ability to search for any token that was generated on the trust chain, not just COTI, and view detailed information related to that token. It also gives you access to COTI full node list, and there's quite a few of them, and at least 100 more on testnet. And as I've mentioned in the past, one of our goals for 2023 is actually scaling up the number of mainnet nodes. The Bridge wallet app was also released. That allows for a new refund feature. This feature will allow users to apply for a refund in the event that the swap fails to execute due to technical reasons, or if the process is pending. So that's MultiDAG 2.0 and its significance. And adoption is key for 2023. This is what the business teams are focused on. Treasury. Treasury, again, is an important pillar. We shared a new fee structure. Well, to begin with, we shared one that we thought was good. We shared it. You guys, the community, backlashed and said, no, this is not a way to go. They should probably fix this and that. And you know what? We took this into consideration because, well, you were right, and your ideas were, in some aspects, were even better than what we thought of. So we kind of like took everything into account and came up with a new model that it seems that everybody loves, and that kind of proves how things should work, and this is how we'll do things in the future. Now, this new fee structure will take effect starting January 15th, so in about 2 weeks' time. So as I mentioned, we were happy to see that you like the new model. We believe it's fair, it's transparent, and it aligns with the long-term perspective that we have, and it aligns everybody to it. As always, I remind you, all these fees, they're not going to COTI. They're collected and streamlined into the treasury and distributed back as rewards to the users. And I'd like to say that we plan in the coming weeks to release a white paper describing Treasury 2.0 that includes all the brilliant features that we'll have there, and GCOTI and how it all falls together. So look forward to that. I think it will be very fundamental to what we do. All right, let's talk about Djed, because Djed is literally around the corner. This is January, and this is our plan, right? So we continue to press forward with Djed. The testnet has been up, and your feedback has helped us a lot. And using that and our internal process, we found a few things that needs fixing. And we plan on tackling this immediately this week with IOG, now that everybody's back from the holidays. And hopefully we'll get everything up and running in time, but this is like the sort of things that we're dealing with right now. I also saw some conversations about the minimal Djed design. There's minimal Djed and extended Djed designs. We are implementing the minimal Djed design right now. And I saw some comments in Twitter about this design not being robust enough, etc. So I want to be very clear. While the extended Djed version will be even better than what we have right now, obviously minimal Djed is robust enough. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been launching it, right? It is also the version that has been battle tested with Ergo USD, and it's robust enough, and worry not to that extent. Obviously, there are a few things there, but we mitigated all, if not most of it, and we're not troubled about this right now. So I would put that to rest at this point. Now, for something pretty important, it may seem semantics to some, but I think it's pretty important, and it's about the category to which Djed as a stablecoin belongs to, right? So obviously, as we with each passing day, we gain more knowledge and information as we're getting closer to the launch, and I am a man of nuances, right? And when we dug deeper to the definitions, like the latest definitions of what makes an algorithmic stablecoin like Frax versus what makes a stablecoin an overcollateralized stablecoin like DAI, for instance, it is pretty clear that Djed is an overcollateralized stablecoin and not an algorithmic stablecoin. Now, let me dive into this right now, and here is a slide, and this slide it comes from the Mezari forecast for 2023, like they usually publish once a year, a pretty thorough research, and that gave us a lot of inspiration when we looked into it. And I think, like, what I'll try to do is explain why Djed is an over-collateralized stablecoin and not an algorithmic stablecoin. Let's begin with the obvious. Obviously, Djed uses an algorithm. Yet using an algorithm in itself is not a reason why you'll be called an algorithmic stablecoin. Essentially, everything in computing has algorithms, including your washing machine, right? But the algorithm that Djed uses does not mean that it's an algorithmic stablecoin. So let's just look at the differences, for instance. Let's begin with the very basic tokens, right? Fiat-backed stablecoins, right? Like USDC, USDT, BUSD, TUSD, USDP, etc. Obviously, these stablecoins are centralized, right? Their scale factor is 1. What does it mean? It means that if you deposit $1 as collateral, you get $1 worth of stablecoin, right? So this scale factor is 1 to 1. They're backed by fiat, obviously, and they require, centralized, trusted mediators and partners, right? What's the issue with that? It obviously has, single point of failure. It has censorship risk. I mean, your token may be seized, right? It has regulatory risk, and it means that you need to trust that third-party entity. So let's put fiat stablecoins aside and deal with the comparison between over-collateralized or collateralized stablecoins versus algorithmic stablecoins, right? So first off, Djed uses external collateral. It uses ADA, that is unrelated to the protocol. Algorithmic stablecoins uses internal collateral, right? Like in the case of Frax or differently, Luna and USD. Djed is over-collateralized, 4x to 8x, while algorithmic stablecoins usually are only partially collateralized. It means that over-collateralized stablecoins are less capital efficient normally. However, Djed is different, and Djed actually fixes that with the Shen model that takes care of the over-collateralized with this symbiotic relationship. So Djed in itself is very capital efficient. $1 worth of ADA is always equals $1 worth of Djed. Another difference, Djed is always redeemable for the collateral, which is ADA. Algorithmic stablecoins are not always redeemable. They are dependent on the value of the governance token. Djed stability is based on over-collateralization and not on the trust on the governance token, which is what you need to have if you're using an algorithmic stablecoin. So that's the big differences, and this is why Djed is an over-collateralized stablecoin and not an algorithmic stablecoin. Now, why we think Djed is better actually than the rest of the models out there? The problem with fiat-backed stablecoins is the fact that they are centralized and they require trust in the issuer. It has regulatory and censorship risks that we are all aware of. Algorithmic stablecoins require you to trust both in the algorithm stability model and in the price of the governance token, because if that crashes, it may lose the peg. Over-collateralized stablecoins are usually better. The problem is that they're not capital efficient, but Djed actually solved that by completely separating the stablecoin itself, which is capital efficient, from the collateral provider's Shen, and they are incentivized with fees and everything else. So we think we kind of took everything, the best in all worlds. We'll be summarizing all of that in an upcoming article, but from this point forward, note that we'll be categorizing Djed as an over-collateralized stablecoin and not as an algorithmic stablecoin, and we'll appreciate it if you do the same. Okay, let me wrap up everything. January is going to be very exciting for us with the upcoming release of Djed and a few other things. January we're gonna start 2023 with a blast. If you're watching this video, I hope that you are focused on fundamentals. Obviously, market conditions are less than ideal, but what we've proven in the past that if you stick the course, if you stick to what's important, if you play the long game, you usually benefit, and this has always been the case with COTI. Other than that, we'll be sharing our 2023 plans soon. We have a document that we'll be sharing probably next week. Until then, stay COTI. We hope you like the new setup. We'll continue to tweak it moving forward. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful 2023. Stay COTI.